previous two types. First type was when direct evaluation, when limits of integrations are given. Directly you have to follow the sequence. If the limit of integration is variable, you need to integrate with respect to that first, and afterward with respect to the constant limits. That was the type 1. In type 2, we have studied when limits are not provided, how to calculate the limits of integration when limits are not provided. We are considering either vertical strip or horizontal strip. Now the third type is change of order of integration. So in the change of order of integration, what basically we are doing, we are changing the strip. And why to do this? Because sometimes you may have the integration, so that by rule, suppose you are asked to find this integration. Just example. So by rule you are going to integrate with respect to what first here? With respect to y or x? This is limit for y and this will be limit for x. So by rule, as y is having variable limit, you are going to integrate with respect to y first and then with respect to x. But sometimes your integration will be such that it will be difficult to integrate with respect to y, but it will be easier to integrate with respect to x. In such cases, you need to change the order of integration. So by rule, you should integrate with respect to variables, but it's difficult to solve the integration. So need to change the integration order. So why to change the integration order? What you are going to do? So here y's limit is variable. Means which strip might have considered here? Vertical strip. Vertical strip give you y's limit variable and limit of x constant, isn't it? But as I am saying ki it's not at all possible to integrate with respect to y first. You are not going to get the answer of integration if you are integrating with respect to y. So we are going to change the order. To change the order, I need to integrate firstly with respect to x. So which strip to be considered in such cases? Horizontal strip. So horizontal strip will give you x limit variable and y's limit constant. So by rule you will integrate now with respect to x and later on with respect to y. So in this way you need to change the order. If vertical strip is considered in the example, you will consider horizontal to change the order and vice versa. Right? So let's see one example of this. Example is evaluate integration 0 to 1. Integration 0 to root of 1 minus x square dx dy upon 1 plus e raised to y root of 1 minus x square minus y square. So as we are studying this under the heading change of order of integration, you know that we need to change of order, but logically you can observe the example. What is given here? You are provided with these limits of integration and this is the integral. So by rule, what will be the first integration here with respect to x or y? This is limit for y and this one is for x. As y is having variable limits, by rule you should integrate firstly with respect to y. But if you are observing the integral, this term is in terms of y, this is also in terms of y, right? So both the terms are in terms of y and they are in denominator as well. One is in the square root. We don't have any standard formula of integration to evaluate this. Instead of that, if I will integrate firstly with respect to x, with respect to x, this y will be constant, this whole bracket will be constant ultimately, and we can take it outside. Just you need to integrate this one, isn't it? Okay. So what we will do? We will change the order of integration in such cases, just to simplify our integration process. So let's start. Let I be the integral. Okay. Now to change the order, what is the procedure? You need to draw the diagram, you need to consider the strip. But what will be the region? So region you are going to get by the limits of integration. So integration limits are what? X equals to 0, x equals to 1, y equals to 0 and y is equals to root of 1 minus x square. If you are simplifying, this will be nothing but x square plus y square equals to 1. That is equation of circle with radius 1. Now try to draw using all these equations. So x-axis, y-axis, x equals to 0 means equation of y-axis. So consider this x equals to 0. Y equals to 0 is equation of x-axis. Then x equals to 1 line will be like this, horizontal or vertical? Vertical, right? Somewhere here x equals to 1. And what about this? This is equation of circle. So as we are having the region within x equals to 0, y equals to 0, we need to consider a circle in the first quadrant only. So equation of circle is x square plus y square equals to 1. Now previously you had y's limit variable. Means this strip was considered before vertical strip. As we need to integrate first with respect to x now. Means x should have variable limits. So to have variable limit, which strip to be there? Horizontal, right? So let's consider the horizontal strip. Move the strip from bottom to top to cover the region. Can you tell me what will be limit for x and y? X will have limit this side. This left hand side, the end of strip is touching to this y-axis whose equation is 0. X equals to 0. And where the right hand side of strip is touching on this curve, how can I write its equation in terms of x? Root of 1 minus y square. Now, what about y-axis? On y-axis, this curve varies from 0 to what? Yes, 0 to 1 as radius of circle is 1. So in this way, we have changed the order of integration. So let's solve the integration further. So integration I will become y is equals to 0 to 1. Then x is equals to 0 to root of 1 minus y square. As you are going to integrate with respect to x first, y is constant. So I am writing this 1 upon e raised to y outside, that is 1 upon 1 plus e raised to y outside. What remains here? Dx, or we may write this as root of 1 minus y square minus x square dx and then dy. Any idea how to go for the integration of this one? How will you integrate? So these terms will be as it is, like y equals to 0 to 1, 1 upon 1 plus e raised to y. Now, you may observe that with respect to x, y is constant, 1 is also constant, right? So instead of the bigger constant, let's substitute some smaller constant. So we may write here 1 minus y square is some smaller constant, that is a square. Okay? For this bigger constant, we substitute some smaller constant. So what will be the change in the integration limits now? It will be from 0 to root of a square. So ultimately it will be a. So you will have limits here, x equals to 0 to a, 1 upon, what will be the change here? Root of a square minus x square and dx and then dy. What is the integration formula for this? Yes. So y is equals to 0 to 1, 1 plus e raised to y as it is. Integration of this will be sine inverse of x by a. Limits are from 0 to a dy. Put upper and lower limit here. So it becomes y is equals to 0 to 1, 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus e raised to y. Put upper limit. Sine inverse of a upon a. Sine inverse of 1 will be pi by 2. And sine 0, 0. So we have solved one integral. Pi by 2 is constant. Let's write it outside. Y equals to 0 to 1. How will you integrate this? 1 upon 1 plus e raised to y dy. So to integrate this, we need to term to make it easier. So I may write this as 1 plus e raised to y minus e raised to y. Will it affect the term? No. Okay. Now we separate the denominator for this term and this term. So you will have pi by 2, y is equals to 0 to 1, 1 plus e raised to y upon 1 plus e raised to y minus e raised to y upon 1 plus e raised to y dy. So the first term will become 1 plus e raised to y upon 1 plus e raised to y will be 1. So I is equals to pi by 2, y equals to 0 to 1, 1 minus. This will be e raised to y upon 1 plus e raised to y dy. Very easy integration. If you know, you have the formula of integration. Integration of f dash of x upon f of x is equals to what? Log of f of x. So let's use that formula here for the second term. So what is integration of 1 with respect to y? Y and f dash upon f. Because this is f of x, if you are taking its derivative, it will be e raised to y. This f dash x upon f of x is log of f of x. So it will be
log of 1 plus
e raised to y. Limits are from
0 to 1.
So this is pi by 2. Put upper limit here. So what are you going to get? Upper limit. On the place of 1 minus log of 1 plus e. If you are putting lower limit here, what are you going to get? 0 and
Minus 1.
log of 1 plus e raised to 0. E raised to 0 is
1.
1 plus 1, 2. So it becomes log 2. Now as all the terms are in terms of log, how can I write 1 in terms of log?
Log of
e is
e.
1, so log to the base e of e is 1. Log of 1 plus e plus log 2. So how can you use the logs property? Log of a minus log of b is what? Log of a upon b, and log of a plus log of b is log of
A into b.
So we will write this as pi by 2 log of what it is? 2e upon 1 plus e. That's the final answer.